My beloved child, as the day gives way to twilight and the sky becomes a canvas of golden hues, I want you to feel my presence wrapping around you like a warm embrace. Each brushstroke of the setting sun is my whisper to your soul, a reminder that no matter how dark the night ahead may seem, I am here, steady and unchanging. My love for you does not flicker or fade. It remains constant, like the eternal rhythm of the ocean's waves kissing the shore. You are never alone, my dear one, not in the quiet of your thoughts, not in the weight of your worries. I see the weariness in your eyes, the way life has pressed upon you, leaving traces of its journey on your face and in your spirit. Yet, let me tell you this, those lines etched by time are not marks of defeat, but declarations of resilience, of a life that has endured and overcome with grace. Every sigh you've released, every prayer whispered in the stillness, I have heard. I was there when you doubted, when you wondered if your voice mattered. My child, your voice carries weight in the heavens. Every word you speak to me moves my heart with compassion. Isaac, you've wondered if I see the burdens you carry, the silent struggles you bear that others might overlook. Let me assure you, I see them all. The worries about tomorrow, the pain of yesterdays you cannot change, the hopes you've placed before me, all are known to me, and not only do I see, but I carry those burdens with you. Even when you feel weak, unable to take another step, know that I am the one who lifts you, who sustains you with a strength beyond your own. Look back over the years, my beloved. Do you see the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, and yet somehow you made it through? That was me, guiding you, walking beside you, and sometimes carrying you when the weight became too much. I was with you through the laughter and the tears, in the triumphs and the struggles. I am the same God who brought you through then, and I am the same God who holds you now. You are my masterpiece, my child, and I delight in every detail of who you are. The wisdom you've gained through life's trials, the love you've poured into those around you, the courage you've shown in facing each day, they are beautiful reflections of my presence in your life. You may think the best chapters are behind you, but I promise you, my plans for you are still unfolding. The sunsets of this life hold the promise of new beginnings, not endings. So let the setting sun remind you of my unwavering faithfulness. Just as it rises without fail each morning, so does my love rise anew for you with every dawn. Tonight, as the world quiets, let your heart rest in me. Feel my peace washing over you, quieting every anxious thought, every lingering doubt. My child, I have not brought you this far to leave you. The same hands that shaped the stars and set them in their place are the hands that hold you now, tenderly and securely. You are precious to me, more than you can comprehend. When I look at you, I see someone created for a purpose, someone deeply loved. You are not defined by your past, by your mistakes, or by what you see as shortcomings. You are defined by my love, a love that knows no bounds and no limits. You are mine, and I delight in calling you my own. So come, my beloved, rest in my presence tonight. Leave the weight of today at my feet, and trust that I am working all things together for your good. You don't have to have all the answers or see the full picture. Just trust me, for I hold your tomorrows. I promise you, the best is yet to come. Take this moment to breathe deeply, to feel my peace settle in your heart, and to remember this truth. You are loved beyond measure, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can ever separate you from my love. My beloved child, I see the burdens you carry. They are not hidden from me, not a single one. The worries that keep you awake at night, the silent tears you wipe away when no one is looking, and the ache in your heart that you try so hard to ignore. I see it all. And not only do I see, but I feel it with you. Each struggle, each sorrow, each unanswered question. They stir my heart with a deep compassion for you. I know there are days when the weight feels too heavy, when your spirit grows weary, and you wonder how much longer you can endure. I know how hard it can be to keep going when it seems like the world keeps adding to your load. You've been carrying not only your own burdens, but also those of the ones you love, the family and friends whose struggles you've taken on as your own. This selfless love of yours moves me deeply, for it reflects the very heart I have for you. But my dear child, you were not made to carry this alone. I never intended for you to walk through life weighed down by burdens too great for one person to bear. When you try to shoulder it all on your own, you rob yourself of the peace I long to give you. Do you remember the times you've come to me in desperation, and I have lifted your heart, even if just for a moment? That was me, showing you what happens when you let me share your load. You may feel like you have to be strong all the time, like admitting your exhaustion is a sign of weakness. But let me tell you this: your willingness to bring your weariness to me is not a sign of failure. It's a testament to your faith. It's in your weakest moments that my strength is most evident. When you let go of the weight you're clinging to, you make room for my power to work in your life. I know that some of the burdens you carry are tied to regrets from the past or fears about the future. You look back and wonder if you could have done things differently, if your choices might have led to less pain or fewer trials. My child, the past is a place for lessons, not a prison. I have already redeemed your mistakes, turned them into opportunities for growth, and used them to shape you into the resilient, loving person you are today. And those fears about tomorrow? I want you to leave them with me. I hold your future securely in my hands. Every detail, every step, every outcome, it's all within my control. Your job is not to figure everything out, but to trust that I already have. The path may not always be clear to you, but it is to me. And I promise you, the road ahead is one of hope, purpose, and blessing. My child, I invite you now to set down those burdens at my feet. Imagine my hands stretched out toward you, ready to take them, to lift the heaviness from your shoulders. Do you trust me enough to let go? Do you believe that I can carry what feels impossible for you? Because I can, and I will. I didn't create you to walk this journey alone or in your own strength. I am here, beside you, every step of the way. Take a moment, my dear one, to pause and breathe deeply. Let my peace fill the spaces where worry once lived. Let my love assure you that you are not forgotten, not overlooked. You are cherished beyond measure, and your struggles do not go unnoticed. Rest in the knowledge that I am with you, not just watching, but actively working in your life, orchestrating everything for your good. So today, release your burdens to me. Trust that I am big enough, strong enough, and loving enough to handle it all. You don't have to carry this weight alone anymore. I am your refuge, your strength, and your ever-present help. Lean into me, and together, we will move forward into the brighter, lighter days that I have prepared for you. You are not alone, my child, and you never will be. My beloved child, I know how difficult it is to wait. I see the moments when your patience wears thin, when the unanswered prayers feel like a silence too heavy to bear. You long for resolution, for clarity, for the blessings I have promised to arrive in their fullness. And yet, here you are, in the space between what was and what will be. Let me remind you, my timing is not your timing, but it is perfect. You see only the immediate, the present, challenges, and the longing in your heart. But I see the entirety of your story. Every page, every chapter, every detail. I have written it with care and purpose. The delays you perceive are not denials. They are divine pauses, moments when I am preparing both you and the blessings I have for you. What you cannot see now, you will one day understand fully. Trust that I am never late, never absent, and never indifferent to your needs. I know that waiting can feel like wandering, like being lost in a wilderness without direction. But let me assure you, this season of waiting is not wasted. It is in the stillness, in the quiet moments of trust, that I am working most profoundly in your life. Just as a seed must rest in the soil before it can grow into a strong and fruitful tree, so must you rest in me. Let me nurture the dreams and desires I have placed within you, for they will bear fruit in their proper time. Perhaps you feel that I have forgotten you, or that my plans for you have been delayed. My dear one, do not let these thoughts take root in your heart. I am the author of time, the creator of all that is seen and unseen. Nothing escapes my attention, and nothing occurs outside of my will. When you trust in my timing, you are not resigning yourself to uncertainty, you are aligning yourself with my divine purpose. I know how hard it is to wait, especially when you see others receiving the very things you've been praying for. But remember, their path is not your path. I have designed a unique journey for you, one that no one else can walk. The blessings I have in store for you are crafted specifically for your life, your heart, and your needs. Comparing your timeline to someone else's will only rob you of the peace I long to give you. Trust that I know exactly what you need and when you need it. Waiting is an act of faith. It is a declaration that you believe in my goodness, my provision, and my power to fulfill every promise I have made. It is not a passive state, but an active one, filled with prayer, gratitude, and hope. Use this time to draw closer to me, to seek my presence in the stillness. Open your heart to hear my whispers of guidance and encouragement. I am speaking to you even now. You may wonder why I allow delays, why I don't answer every prayer immediately. My child, it's because I am shaping you for something greater. The waiting builds strength, resilience, and trust. It deepens your dependence on me and refines your character. What I am preparing for you is far beyond what you can imagine, and I need you to be ready to receive it fully. The timing is not just about the blessing itself, it's about preparing your heart to hold it with wisdom and gratitude. Let me remind you of this truth. I am not withholding from you. I am working for you. My timing is not a test of your patience, but an opportunity for your faith to flourish. When the moment comes and my plans for you are unveiled, you will see how every delay was filled with purpose, how every moment of waiting was woven into a tapestry of grace. So my beloved, rest in me. Trust that my timing is perfect, even when it feels slow. Lean not on your own understanding, but on my promises, which are steadfast and true. Let go of the urge to rush ahead or to try and force things into place. Instead, open your hands and surrender your timeline to me. I am faithful, and I will fulfill everything I have spoken over your life. The blessings I have for you will come, my child, not a moment too soon or too late. And when they do, you will marvel at how perfect the timing truly was. Until that day, trust in me. Walk forward with hope, knowing that I am with you in every step, every pause, and every moment in between. You are never forgotten, never overlooked. My plans for you are unfolding, one perfect moment at a time. My precious child, let me remind you of who you truly are. Not as the world defines you, not as your circumstances suggest, but as I have created you to be. You are more than the labels others place upon you, more than the scars of your past, and more than the doubts that sometimes cloud your heart. You are mine. You are wonderfully and fearfully made, crafted in my image, and cherished beyond measure. The world often tries to diminish you, to make you feel small or unworthy. It whispers lies about your value, tying it to achievements, possessions, or the fleeting approval of others. But hear me clearly. Your worth is not defined by what you do or what you have. It is rooted in the unchanging truth that you are my beloved. I knit you together with purpose and intention, and there is no flaw in my design. In moments of doubt, when you question your place in this world, remember this. I call you by name. You are not a face in the crowd, a number in the multitude. You are known deeply and intimately by me. Every thought you think, every tear you shed, every hope you hold, I see it all, and I care for it all. You are the child of a king, and as such, you carry a royal identity, a divine purpose. Your identity in me is unshakable, even when the storms of life try to tell you otherwise. When you feel unseen, unheard, or unloved, remember that I see you, I hear you, and I love you with an everlasting love. You are not defined by your failures or mistakes. Those things do not diminish your value in my eyes. When you come to me with a repentant heart, I cast your sins into the depths of the sea, never to be brought up again. You are forgiven, cleansed, and made new. Let go of the names the world has given you: broken, unworthy, forgotten, and embrace the names I have called you: beloved, redeemed, chosen. Your identity in me is not fragile. It is eternal. It is rooted in my love, a love that never fades, never falters, and never fails. You are more than the sum of your experiences, more than the opinions of others. You are who I say you are, and I call you my treasure. Sometimes you might feel as though you are walking through life unseen or undervalued. But let me assure you, there is not a single moment when I take my eyes off you. You are a masterpiece in progress, and I delight in the beauty of your becoming. The talents, passions, and gifts I have placed within you are unique to you. No one else can fulfill the purpose I have designed specifically for you. I know there are days when you feel weak, when the burdens of life weigh heavily on your shoulders. But even in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. You are not alone in this journey. I am with you, upholding you, guiding you, and reminding you of your true worth. You are not defined by the challenges you face, but by the overcoming spirit I have placed within you. My child, walk confidently in the knowledge of who you are in me. Lift your head high, not in pride, but in the humble assurance that you are deeply loved and purposefully created. The world may try to tell you that you are not enough, but I am here to tell you that in me, you are more than enough. You are a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope, and a reflection of my glory. Do not let the opinions of others shake your understanding of who you are. Their words may try to tear you down, but my truth will always lift you up. You are clothed in righteousness, wrapped in grace, and adorned with my love. There is nothing you can do to make me love you more, and nothing you can do to make me love you less. My love for you is constant, unchanging, and eternal. So, step into each day with confidence, knowing that your identity is secure in me. You are not defined by your past, your failures, or your fears. You are defined by my love and the promises I have spoken over your life. Stand firm in this truth, my beloved. You are mine, and nothing can separate you from my love. Let this knowledge fill you with courage, peace, and unshakable joy, for you are my child, and I am your God. My beloved child, I see how weary you have become. Your days have been long, filled with tasks that stretch your strength, and nights that leave you restless, consumed by the weight of your worries. But I, your creator and sustainer, call you now into a season of rest. Come to me and let your soul find its refuge. Let my arms be the place where you release your burdens and breathe deeply of my peace. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a sacred gift. Even as I spoke the world into existence, I established the rhythm of work and rest, blessing the seventh day as holy. Just as the earth needs time to replenish, so too does your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Do not feel guilt for pausing. I created you with limits, and I delight when you honor them by seeking me in your quiet moments. In my presence you will find a renewal that no earthly comfort can provide. The world may promise relief through fleeting distractions, but only I can restore you completely. Bring to me the burdens you've been carrying for so long, the anxieties that press on your mind, the fears that steal your joy, and the wounds that have yet to heal. Lay them at my feet, for I am more than able to bear them all. When you come to me in your tiredness, I do not see weakness. I see trust. I see a heart that knows it can rest safely in the care of its Creator. As you rest in me, I will renew your strength like the eagle, giving you the ability to rise above the trials that have weighed you down. My Spirit will breathe life into your weary bones, and you will find yourself walking forward with a renewed sense of purpose and hope. Understand this, my child. Rest is not merely the absence of activity. It is the presence of peace. True rest comes when you trust me fully, when you release the need to control outcomes, and when you allow me to take the reins of your life. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Trust in my timing and my provision, and let the weight of the unknown fall from your shoulders. As you rest, take time to reconnect with me. Open my word and let its truths soothe your soul. Speak to me in prayer, not with hurried words, but with the quiet assurance that I am listening. Let the stillness of these moments be a balm for your spirit, a reminder that you are never alone. In the quiet, I will speak to you, renewing your vision, your strength, and your faith. I have not designed you to live in a constant state of striving. Your value is not measured by how much you accomplish or how tirelessly you work. You are precious to me simply because you are mine. Even when you do nothing but rest in my love, you bring me joy. Let this truth sink deeply into your heart. You are not defined by what you do, but by who you are in me. Chapter 20 and 31. Onward, nation. There is beauty in stillness. It is in these quiet moments that I can pour my healing into the broken places of your heart. It is here that I can remind you of your worth and whisper my promises into your spirit. Allow me to fill you with a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that will guard your heart and mind, even in the midst of life's storms. My child, as you rest, remember that I am working on your behalf. Even when you cannot see it, my hand is moving to bring about good in your life. Trust that the seeds you have planted in faith will grow, that the prayers you have whispered will be answered, and that the challenges you face will be overcome. I am faithful to my promises, and I will not fail you. So come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Let these words be the song of your heart as you enter this season of renewal. You are not alone in your journey. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and refreshing you with my endless love. Breathe deeply now, my beloved. Feel the weight of your worries lift as you rest in my presence. Trust in the renewal I am bringing to your life. It is not temporary but lasting, not shallow but profound. You will rise from this time of rest not only restored but transformed, ready to face each new day with courage, joy, and the unshakable assurance that you are held in the loving hands of your Father. My beloved child, the time has come for you to see the fruit of your faith, the fulfillment of what I have promised. You have walked through valleys of uncertainty, endured storms of sorrow, and faced trials that tested the core of your spirit. Yet here you stand, not because of your strength alone, but because I upheld you with my unfailing love. I told you I would never leave you nor forsake you, and today I show you the fullness of my faithfulness. The promises I made were never empty words. Every tear you shed, every prayer whispered in the stillness of the night, and every moment you chose to trust in me, none of it has been wasted. I have seen your perseverance. I have heard your cries, and I have been working behind the scenes, preparing the blessings that now unfold before you. Look around you, my child. What you see is not a coincidence or mere luck. It is my hand at work, orchestrating every detail for your good and my glory. That job you thought would never come, that relationship you believed was beyond repair, that healing you thought was impossible. These are the answers to your prayers. They are tangible reminders that I am a God who hears, who sees, and who acts. And I know my life is in your hands at moments. I promise to lift your burdens, And today, I invite you to feel the lightness of a heart unshackled by fear. I promise to guide your steps, and here you stand on solid ground, with a path before you that leads to joy and fulfillment. I promise to provide, and you now hold in your hands the evidence of my abundant provision. This is your season of rejoicing. The waiting is over, and the doors I have opened for you are wide and welcoming. But even as you step into this new chapter, remember that it is not the blessings themselves that define you. It is your relationship with me. Let the gifts you receive point you back to the giver. Let your heart remain humble and your spirit ever grateful. You may have doubted along the way, that is part of being human, but I never doubted you. I knew that with my strength you could overcome every obstacle. I knew that with my spirit within you, you would endure. And now, as I place this crown of victory upon you, I do so with a heart full of love and pride for the child who trusted me, even when the road was hard and the night was dark. Let this moment be a testimony to others. Tell them of the God who fulfills his promises, who turns mourning into dancing and ashes into beauty. Speak boldly of my faithfulness, so that they too may find hope in their struggles. Your story is not just for you. It is a beacon of light for those who are still walking through their valleys. I know the doubts that may linger in your heart. Is this real? Will it last? My answer to you is clear. Yes, it is real, and yes, it will last. For what I build, no one can tear down. What I bless, no one can curse. My gifts are irrevocable, and my plans for you are unshakable. Trust in me as you move forward, for this is just the beginning of a new chapter, filled with my glory and your growth. Remember the journey that brought you here, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. It shaped you, refined you, and drew you closer to me. And now, as you step into this season of abundance, let your heart overflow with praise. Sing to me a new song, one of thanksgiving and joy, for I delight in your worship. Let your gratitude be the melody that carries you through every moment of this new day. I am not finished with you, my child. The blessings you see today are but a glimpse of what is to come. As you continue to walk with me, I will reveal even greater things. I will take you from glory to glory, deepening your understanding of my love and expanding your capacity to receive it. The future I have for you is one of peace, prosperity, and purpose. So, breathe deeply now. Feel the weight of the past lift as my promises surround you like a shield. Look ahead with confidence, for I am with you every step of the way. And when you feel uncertain, return to this moment, this undeniable evidence of my faithfulness. Let it anchor you, reminding you that I am a God who fulfills every word, a Father who never fails. My child, the promise is fulfilled and the journey continues. Walk boldly into your destiny, for I go before you to prepare the way. You are my beloved, my masterpiece, my delight, and I will be with you now and forevermore.